Hey guys, Brittany of Sun and Soil Farm and the Homesteading Hiker. Today I'm going to show you our first season of trying to grow cover crops. So last fall we seeded cover crops in our garden. We seeded some out in the wood chip area, and I'm just going to talk about it. I'll show you how we planted it, what we planted, and kind of just share our experience and what we're going to do better this year. Okay, so this is what we used last fall to plant. It's from So True Seed out of Asheville, and it's a raised bed mix, which is a mixture between oats, buckwheat, winter pea, vetch, flax, and felicia. So we did one bed in every row. Our major issue was we didn't know how much seeds to use, and we did not use enough. So we used one bag for 5 beds here plus some across the driveway. So this is the bed that did the best. It's a raised bed, and it pretty much winter killed, and what we've done is we've just heavily mulched it with leaves. We chopped everything down and mulched it with leaves, and you can see there's all the dead plant matter. On this one here, we tried something different. I chopped things down pretty well, and then I covered the beds with cardboard to terminate the crop. There was also a lot of weeds growing in there, and that also worked pretty well, but we have a lot of voles living under there. They love living under the cardboard, so that's a whole different side issue. But let's come look over here, and you can see what I mean by all the weeds that have grown in the cover crop, and that's really because it wasn't planted dense enough. So today we're going to be working on cutting this down and getting it smothered, because we're going to need to plant in these beds soon. Okay, so we use these loppers to chop stuff down. We use little hand ones, and we pull some of the weeds. And this is kind of our process thus far for terminating cover crops. And it seems to work pretty well on this small scale. Okay, so we have everything chopped down. We're gonna spread all of this over the surface. Then we're gonna go get some straw from our barn to do a heavy mulch layer. Okay, we're collecting the straw from our barn. All this was up on the second floor, and we've kind of stashed it for ourselves to use as mulch. Okay, so we're adding the straw on top of where the cover crop was. We're going 3 inches deep. You'll see we also added some more wood or cut down trees to serve as a raised bed. Okay, so this area was just wood chips, but we had compost dumped here. So I just threw down a bunch of clover seeds, and it's acting as a clover cover crop. Then here in the middle of winter, or the beginning of winter, we threw down some rye seeds and raked it in. And just another unused space. We'll see how that goes. These are beds that we also did in cover crop, but it wasn't dense enough. You can see that. Here's another area of late winter planted hard winter wheat, I think it's called. This space wasn't being used for anything, so I figured we'd just throw some seeds down. You can see there's field pansies coming up, which are really pretty and edible. There's just a little weed here. Where it has the black tires around it, it's growing a lot faster. And I'm just interested to see if we actually get any grain that we can feed to our chickens. So it's kind of just a fun experiment at this point. Okay, so our big takeaways are plant them on time earlier and plant them way denser. We already ordered all of our cover crop seeds for this fall, so we already have them here. We're ready to plant. We're really excited about implementing more cover crops into our rotation. So yeah, that's it. I hope that you guys try growing cover crops in your garden. It can be intimidating when you have such a small space, but I think it's worth it, and it's something we're really excited about. All right, thanks for watching. See ya.